He opened the chip box and clipped a wire onto it. Then he made a short circuit using a metal pen. The woman in the sleep pod was roused. As he watched her emerge from the sleep, gathered his tools, and hurriedly left the scene in a panic. This was a spacecraft carrying more than 5,000 individuals, which encountered an accident during its 30th year while heading to the second human settlement. Originally planned to sleep in the pod 120 years. Woke up early. When he found out that he was the only one awake on the entire ship, and realizing there were still 90 years left until they reached their destination, he panicked. He wanted to wake up the crew. He was asking for their assistance, but he didn't have the authority to open the pod doors. He discovered the maintenance manual for the sleep pod, and after putting in some effort he tried to put himself back into sleep mood, but ultimately couldn't. The only one who could communicate with him was an AI robot named Arthur, who became Jim's best friend. However, the robot did not possess emotions, yet he was still determined to activate the crew's sleep pods. But no matter what he did, it was pointless. The overwhelming loneliness consumed him. Due to restrictions related to his identity, he could only remain in a standard room, order affordable coffee ships, and malfunctions occasionally arose. However, Jim remained oblivious to what had occurred. When he descended into despair, Arthur's words suddenly brought clarity to him. He forced open the gate to the affluent neighborinas, basketball and suites, customized restaurants. He enjoyed all of these attractions. However, none of these things could fill the void in his soul. One day, he strolled by the sleep pod, stepped into the space experience area wearing a spacesuit. I'm a BU side 160 He drifted weightlessly in space with tears streaming down his face. The overwhelming loneliness became unbearable for him, making it difficult to continue living. After his return to the decompression pod once again, where he found a woman. After conducting some research, he believed that Laura was absolutely perfect for him. He checked the sleep pod manual. A chilling thought flashed through his mind. You know how to wake Aurora up properly. That sounds like a great plan. She could use some company. I wouldn't want to leave her stranded on this ship for the rest of her life. Well, you can't just do that. He wrestled endlessly with the boundaries of humanity and morality, day in and day out. Yet he still trimmed his beard and brought a tool to the sleep pod, and ready to wake her up, he caused a short circuit in the sleep pod, and Laura was released. Ainsley gathered his tools, and rushed back to his living quarters. What would he do next?